Welcome to this edition of Take 5. Today I have as my guest Pavel Efremkin. Pavel is the CEO of Aerolase, and Aerolase is a company which offers many devices. They're well known in our space, and I'm sure they, just like us, have to adjust to this COVID period of time. Pavel, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Steve. I missed, meeting you and have our discussions at trade shows. Unfortunately, we don't have much now, but at least, now through video, we can reconnect.
Well, our viewers and listeners want to hear a little bit about how Aerolase is going to adapt to the market. So your question number one is, how has COVID changed Aerolase?
No, actually, Steve, COVID didn't really change Aerolase much because it didn't require to change our strategy. Because our product development and our products, to some degree, became even more competitive and more important in the COVID crisis. So our uniquely portable and versatile lasers were already in high demand before COVID. And we grew 71% in 2019 compared with 2018. So with this strong momentum, we actually even finished Q1 of 2020 growing 11% up. And this momentum allowed us actually to keep all our team. So we didn't lay off anybody. And we also even continue hiring.
You're hiring in the midst of this COVID crisis when most companies are laying off, you're hiring. So then you must have some cash on hand. The company must be doing pretty well.
Yes, but most importantly, while our sales, of course, slowed down because of COVID, but our customers, they do not cancel the orders. Really, our product, is very important for them and allow them to actually achieve very high ROI, because, growing revenues today on a lower patient volume, it's, what really is the biggest challenge. So we also, sell in the US, but also worldwide. So
are you seeing a difference in Asia right now? Are they back up to where they were before or close to it?
We actually not as much selling like in China. We sell in Philippines, we sell in Kuwait, Middle East, Lebanon. Those markets actually continue to be very active. They're on a lockdown, but the practice is working to some degree, almost like in a regular way, at least what we, hear from our customers. Also, we were able to see, sales and new customers in the US because,
they're still buying even though they're not seeing patients.
Yes, because, many of them, preparing for the opening. And because of advantages of our technology, and as I said, it's a versatility, the product allows, the same laser allows to treat important medical conditions like acne psoriasis, which is reimbursable, onychomycosis, but also full set of aesthetic treatments. Those who are opening new practices, they already thought about it. Mostly it's those people who already made their decision before.
So your devices, remind me, Pavel, are a little bit less expensive than some of the larger capital equipment companies sell their devices at, right?
No, actually, on a one-to-one basis, they are the same, similar priced. What allows to save money is that our laser provide high efficacy and safety range of treatments which require 4 separate devices from traditional manufacturers.
And your boxes are smaller too, right? Aren't they? Your devices are a little bit smaller?
Yes, it's a 25-pound portable device. And for example, we have an interesting, there is a new customer, they just are opening a new, like a building, a new practice, and they will have 2 floors. One floor will be medical, and another is aesthetic.
So if you're a young person opening a practice, and you have both med, derm, and aesthetics, one of your devices may be particularly suited for such a practice. Do you think, and this is question number 2, do you think in the future doctors will spend a lot of money for capital equipment? Do you think they'll spend $100,000 plus to buy a big device, especially if they're just an aesthetic practice?
Look, it depends what you're buying. We always say to our customers, you are not buying a Bentley, you are not buying a, antique car, it's not something where you spend money. You actually investing into a technology which will allow you to make 10 times more than you invested. And you mentioned like young dermatologists, new practices. One of the, very, very good and now known young dermatologist, she purchased, let's say, laser, I think in August of 2018. In September, like within 30 days, she sent us an email saying that she made first 25,000 with the laser.
Okay, but you gotta agree that in this post-COVID period of time, doctors are going to be a little bit different. They don't have the reserves of cash that they did prior to COVID, and they may not want to spend the money that they did in the past. Or are you not seeing that at all? Do you not think that's true?
I think that, look, again, doctors, with our technology, they see what they're getting with it. If you are getting the device, right, even if it costs 115,000, right, but it allows you to do all medical laser treatments at a high efficacy and safety, and also full set of aesthetic treatments. And if you can make, some champions, make with our technology, and I'm serious, they're champions, up to 100,000 a month, which is ridiculous. But normally, let's say 25,000 is, look, it is, it's not, from my point of view, there is many costs in buying lasers. For example, service contracts, consumables. It's what really takes, from each treatment you do, you pay. Aerolase has no consumables, no service contracts, and, even our, if anything happened with the laser, it's like no touch service. UPS comes to your practice, picks the device, in 1 or 2 days it's here, and in a few days it's back.
Okay, so this question number 3, since your device is so versatile, do you think the aesthetic market's going to change? And do you think the patients wanting aesthetic treatments are going to change?
So look, there is a big change, where we live now. Particularly, it's our concern on safety. So now we're afraid to touch anything. Like, we're afraid to touch push button in elevator, the bench, in the park, this will be for years. It's a psychological fear. So, by the way, our technology also, and this is how we trying to drive the patients back to our practices. Aerolase doesn't touch the skin during treatment. We don't blow even cold air on the skin, because we don't need to mask the pain. It's a pain-free technology. So we introduced this no-touch Aerolase campaign because, look, of course, medical practice is highly professional. Everything is safe there. There is no doubt. But the fear, it's a psychological fear. In our building, they clean these elevators, every day. Still people afraid to touch.
We're still learning a lot about COVID. There's a lot of things we don't know, and I understand that there's a lot of fear also. Some of it may be unfounded, but you're right. And a laser device that doesn't have a plume, a laser device that doesn't spread particles may be advantageous in a post-COVID period of time. Question number 4, will you, as an Aerolase CEO, will you do anything to stimulate the market? Will you help the doctors who have an Aerolase device?
Yes, actually we do it in 4 areas. So we try to help them to get, more revenues on a lower volume of patients. One, I already mentioned this campaign, No Touch Aerolase, and we're helping them to introduce to their website, working with social media, etc. Also, we recommend our practices to concentrate on the medical applications like acne and psoriasis, because those patients are devoted. Psychologically, they will be getting back to the practice because they need, to be improved. And also some of them concerned about using drugs at this time because of it's not the time to be immunodepressant. A third, what we are helping our customers, those who wants to buy a new technology, we offer them no payments until 2021. And in principle, what we really can do, we can deliver and service them a laser within 2 weeks. And they can start generating cash all this time on these medical and aesthetic treatments. And we will help them training, we do Zoom training, all these, remote options. But in fact, by providing them the laser right away, right now, we have no problem with supply chain. Our Cherrytown, manufacturing facility working is great. That's what we have. And the last, what we offered numerous, webinars by experts in the field on how to open the practice, what to do. We actually invited and sponsored, the best experts in the industry, and all these webinars available on our website for everybody.
Okay, so the big advantage here that I'm hearing is that no payments until 2021. So I can have that machine in my office for 6 months perhaps and start generating revenue and not have to pay anything until 6 months from now.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a huge advantage. All right, Pavel, your last question, question number 5. What do you like least and what do you like best about isolation now that you've been in isolation for 6 weeks or so?
No, actually, I missed, our team. While engineering, manufacturing is working, my other colleagues work from home, so I missed the talking to them, that buzz in the office. I also missed a lot, our industry events. And look, all these meetings we missed, AEDS, LMS, we missed, cosmetic surgery meeting, So all is a big, big loss for our industry because we're not able to see our friends, to exchange ideas, and this I'm missing. No, what I like about it, look, I have 2 grown kids. And we're happy to have them back with us now.
Yeah.
So as a result, we have nice evenings, nice dinners, we go in, bicycle trips. It's like, back to the
yeah.
great times.
All right, so Pavel, it was great talking to you. I appreciate you to take 5. It's interesting that your company's been doing very well. You're not furloughing, you're not laying people off, you're actually hiring. You're offering us new opportunities by stimulating the market by giving us no payments for the next 6 months or until 2021. So that's a nice opportunity, and lots of webinars and opportunities. And also your device is very versatile. So for those who are still doing medical procedures, they can offer this laser for both. So that's an advantageous too. So I want to thank you, Pavel, for doing this Take 5, and hopefully we'll see you at a trade show sometime soon before the end of this year.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for doing it because it's a really, I think a big, big help for the whole our community to be connected and to share, the best practices and to help each other.
Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.